The Black Clover movie is finally here and it did not disappoint at all. It was way better than I expected, however, maybe I'll talk about it in another video, since in this one, we will be ranking the Wizard Kings! Yep, you heard it. Of course this video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't watched the movie and the anime until the end of Elf Arc, then better do so or Yami will kill you. The movie was great and the antagonist cast was something else. Finally past Wizard Kings are shown. Finally. We had the appearance of the 27th, 16th, 11th and 20th Wizard King. And luckily, everyone showcased their fighting abilities. To the full extent. So now we can rank them. If you don't remember, the 28th Wizard King was Julius and the first one was Lumiere. However that thing is written anyway. So those are the 6 Wizard Kings that we are going to be ranking today. Hopefully, we learn more about past Wizard Kings in the future. Hopefully. So let's begin! In 6th place we've got Edward Avalanche. Being at the bottom of the list doesn't make him weak, of course, as he was a force to be reckoned with. And I also think he's very underrated. I simply believe that out of the other Wizard Kings, he's slightly the weakest. Edward was a priest in the church who was relied upon and adored by the people of the Clover Kingdom, as stated by the wiki of course. In the beginning, he is shown to be able to defend himself against Yami and connect a few light spells. Also, was able to keep up well against unexpected attacks without breaking a sweat. He has Ice Wedge magic, which means he uses the magic attribute to generate and manipulate jagged ice. He can also freeze water, lava, or Lux Leg. His mana zone allows him to lower the temperature of the environment way below freezing, and he had immense magic power. He had some pretty powerful attacks when he got serious, like World End Church and World End Martyr, which basically created a giant monster shooting ice laser out of everywhere. Despite all of this, however, he was still defeated by the Black Bulls. Of course, their teamwork was something else, but they were even missing Charmy, Nacht, and their house. And we did not see any of them get defeated or have any fatal wounds. Of course, if Vanessa wasn't there, it would have been a whole different story. But still, all in all, he was pretty strong and he was still holding back a little in the beginning as he didn't want to kill the kids. However, I think that the other Wizard Kings would have put up more of a fight. And I also think he would have defeated the Black Bulls if he got serious from the beginning. However, we can clearly see that in the ending he was trying. And so we go to number 5, which is Princia Funnybunny. And we can say that she's pretty tight, strong. Pretty strong, she's pretty strong. Jokes aside, she was a really powerful magic king, or queen, however you wanna call her. As stated by Mami Leona, she was a feared warrior of a combat strength of 1,000 soldiers, mighty even among Wizard Kings. She has Legion magic. Princia uses this magic attribute to create and manipulate a legion of large magical chest soldiers. She can use powerful spells like Gehenna Game, Endless Domination, Blink Castling and Empress. In the beginning, we can see her creating soldiers which were a lot in number and strong enough to keep many wizards occupied. Later in the movie, we saw her create literal mountains of soldiers and they needed captains to take care of. However, the real fight is her against Leona. Yeah, I think I said correctly this time. She was able to slash through her and, soldiers aside, she was capable of throwing hands, therefore winning round 1. Her hand-to-hand combat was insane as she kept up with Leona the whole time and even overpowered her. And so she won round 2 as well, however, her opponent wanted all the smoke. Princia admits that she lost in a fist fight and that's where she goes all out and uses End Empress. In the end, we can see her in the ground after Conrad lost and therefore she had to turn back to the dead and everything. But I believe that she could go even more rounds. In conclusion, she was crazy strong and I believe she would be the 20th Wizard King in a fight, even though it would be a difficult one. Because, if we're being honest, the Leona we saw in the movie is giving Edwards a pretty tough time. And Edwards is 60 years old, so I don't know if he can keep up with her like Princia did. therefore she is above him on the list. Who does the number 4 spot belong to though? The main antagonist of the movie, Conrad Letto. He was the main antagonist of the movie for a reason. He was the Wizard King before Julius, and there were needed Julius and other captains in order to capture him 10 years ago. However, he used the famous sword and therefore could only be sealed. But before some of you say, oh, Julius couldn't defeat him, so he's stronger than him and the other captains combined. That was 10 years ago, okay? 10 years ago. We can see Yami is literally still a kid and Julius way before his prime, while Conrad was literally in his prime. Plus he had Elsdocia, the sword of the Magic King. He possesses 2 types of magic, key magic and never giving up. Conrad uses this magic attribute to create keys that are able to open and close magical rifts. With this, Conrad is capable of storing magic, grimoires and magic tools power within the space behind the rift door. It doesn't seem this powerful in the beginning, however his potential is what puts him this high up on the list. For example, give Elsdocia to Edward or Jester. They can't do much with it, except use its power. However, Conrad was literally capable of reviving 3 Wizard Kings. 3 Wizard Kings! That's why we had such a good movie, so be thankful to him. And who knows how many grimoires he has stolen, or imagine if he stole Julius' time magic for example. None of the other Magic Kings would have been able to do anything about it. So his potential is insane. He also has immense magic power, like all the other Wizard Kings, and good hand-to-hand combat. He completely overpowered Asta in their first fight. Lastly, his final form was so satisfying and powerful. In this form, Conrad was capable of insane sword skills and different powerful magic attacks without sweating. His magic was so strong that Asta's anti-magic wasn't anti-magicking it, or neutralizing it, as we would say in better English. And also, he didn't exactly lose to Asta, since he could kill him at some point and still fight at the end and probably defeat him. However, he decided to sacrifice himself for a spell that would destroy the whole kingdom, and therefore make his dream come true or something. He couldn't make it though, since the sword was against him and the whole country's magic was against him. And so we go to number 3, my personal and I think fan favorite as well. Jester Garandos, the 16th Wizard King. He has barrier magic. Jester uses this magic attribute to create barriers and construct weapons. It may sound simple, however it does get pretty powerful. His Voodoo Shangri-La was so strong it made it difficult for spatial magic to work, and barely got shattered by Asta's anti-magic, with a ton of help. He has incredible agility as he moves around with high speeds and dodges attacks. You shouldn't get high hopes because of his arrogance though, since he is actually a very careful and good strategist, never letting his guard down. He goes against Juno, which was in a good shape, and 3 other captains, Yami, Fuegolon, and the Eagle Guy, which had their mana drained. However, they were able to fight. Jester was able to overpower Juno through most of the fight, despite being assisted by the 3 captains. However, not only his magic spells are powerful, but his sword fighting abilities were insane as well. He was able to keep up with Yami, while having fun at dodging other attacks. After everything though, you would think he doesn't have much endurance, right? But he literally tanked a dimensional slash and Juno's best attack like it was nothing. And let's not forget he was the only Wizard King that didn't get defeated in the movie. And it was clear to see that he was capable of doing much more. If Conrad didn't lose, of course. And I don't wanna hear no,
yeah, he's overrated, he only won against 4 tired people and he had unlimited mana.
Okay, so first of all, his sword skills against Yami have nothing to do with unlimited mana. Secondly, the fact that he tanked a combined dimensional slash had nothing to do with the unlimited mana. Thirdly, he said he wouldn't save power for the fortress anymore. Which means he was holding back! And lastly, take a look at this man's badges. No other Wizard King has this many. And that doesn't have to do with the unlimited mana. And the form he takes, I just can't see any of the other Wizard Kings defeating him. In my opinion, he was the strongest Wizard King in the movie, even though he was not the main villain. And I do believe that the fight between him and Conrad would be really close. I mean, let's be honest now guys, any fight between any Wizard King would be close. They are all powerful as hell. But as I said, Conrad maybe has more potential, however, Jester is more powerful and he has all the fighting skills needed, each of them at a high level as well. And so the second place belongs to the first Wizard Kings, aka Lumiere is shown fighting Licht after taking his demon form and defeating him. Even though at one point Licht held back in order to get defeated, that demon was way too powerful. His attacks were destroying everything in sight. Lumiere of course got badly injured, however he was able to keep up with the demon the whole time. And let's not forget that my man literally punched the shit out of him. However, this attack easily defeated the demon. To be honest, I can see this spell easily beating Edward's Ward and Martyr and Princess and Empress. However, this spell is not the only reason he is number 2 on the list. One of the main reasons is his speed. He is so fast and he uses this attribute so well in combination with his magic, making him an admirable opponent. After 500 years, he gets unsealed again. He also has a lot of magic power that was described to be powerful yet calm. And has a grimoire with 4 leaves as well. He fights Zagweed together with Licht. These 2 fights are the only ones that we have, however his capabilities are obvious. And let's not forget that he was weakened after being revived, therefore not being able to unleash his full potential. Lumiere was also the creator of many magic tools, one of them being Elsdogia. So he is the reason we even got the movie in the first place. I would pay to see a fight between him and Jester though. And by pay I mean like probably $5 since I'm poor as fuck. A fight between them would be incredible, and such a close one, since they both have similar fighting styles, high agility and speed, and combining it with a variety of spells. However, I believe that Lumiere wins, mostly due to his godly speed, since in every other aspect I believe they are kind of equal. And lastly, the strongest of them all, the most powerful, Julius Novachrono. He is the 28th Wizard King, even though he has lost his powers for now and looks like a kid. In his prime he was unstoppable. He uses time magic and is capable of various tricks such as slowing down time, fastening it up, stopping it, sealing with it, and destroying with it. We can only see him fight twice however in the anime. The first one was when he easily captured the members of the Midnight Sun, and the second one was against Licht. Of course, he lost the second one, however, he was winning the whole time. He dodged all those attacks at light speed because he can literally read the future. And he also didn't seem the least tired or worried during the fight. Julius also was holding back as he didn't want to damage the body of his friend Williams. Therefore, if he wanted to, he could have easily defeated Licht. And let's not forget that the only reason he lost was because he didn't cancel a spell that literally turned back time over the whole kingdom and destroyed the spell and saved everyone. And he doesn't have a 3 or 4 leaves grimoire. He literally has a coverless one. He was meant to be special since birth. He has doubly the strongest magic attribute in the anime as it's literally impossible to counter it. He is able to heal by reversing time and he can easily seal whoever he wants like he did with Conrad in the movie. I said that Lumiere's speed was insane. However, Julius can read the future and teleport, making him even faster. And if you disagree with Julius being the strongest Wizard King, just shut up. Your opinion doesn't matter. That's why you don't have any friends. That's why your parents don't love you. Not that mine do, but... Jokes aside, I believe that Julius can beat every other Wizard King on this list, therefore being the strongest of them all. I would love to see if there was any other Wizard King stronger than Julius or as strong as him, but that depends on Yuki Tabata.
がさらに早く君の未来はもう見える君では私に勝てないよ
This was today's video of ranking the Wizard Kings. Drop a like and subscribe or Yami will take a huge dump in your toilet tonight.
そしてここがトイレだ殺すすいませんでした
Also, comment if I should make a video about the movie, the Black Bulls, another anime or whatever you want to hear about. So, till next time.